Okay, what's good, boys? Got a video for you guys, and if you saw the Discord already, I posted 4 pictures of yesterday's price action. I will show you now if you have not seen it. Here we go. So, 4 pictures: DXY, Euro GBP, Euro USD, and the full Euro USD candle. So this is DXY. I'll put all these images up. This is DXY of the 9th. As we can see, we are open, low, high, and then close somewhere off here. So if we know we're open low, that means anything against the dollar will be open high to be a bearish candle. Anything else, aka the dollar against anything else, would be a bullish candle. So now we've framed our bias of DXY is going to be strong today. We now know, okay, we'd want to look for shorts on EU or GU. Now, I don't think I've spoken about this before. Shout out to Django for opening my eyes. But the next chart we'd then look at is Euro against the British pound. Now, why'd we do that? What do you think the purpose of doing Euro against the British pound is? It's to show, logically speaking, the strength of the Euro against the pound. Now, if you've got a strong Euro and a weak pound, and you're looking for longs, you'd want to long the Euro. In this chart, as you can see, Euro against the British pound, during our London and New York kill zone, Euro GBP was an open high. Was an open high. So, using context for DXY, I believe I did actually put a better photo in. Let me find it, bear with. Okay, this is better so you can see both. So as you can see, this is DXY. This is our London and New York kill zone. This is Euro GBP. And this is our London and New York kill zone. Now as you can see, this has nothing to do with this. However, we can still use context of the dollar with our timings, because as you can see, this turned into an open low high close. However, for our timings of context, it lined up. Now, you don't really need to use open high low close on this. You can just sort of just look how weak the pound is against the Euro, but it's still lined up. As you can see, this is our timings. Open, low. We then turn into a high close on the dollar. On Euro GBP, it was an open high, low, and then obviously it turned into a low high close. However, for our timings, as you can see, from this to this, we was an open high, low, close. And this would be done over several hourly and 4-hour candles, which you could then apply the same logic to. So the bias that was framed here was, I mean, honestly, this photo is all you really need for bias, okay? You got the dollar telling you how weak or strong it's going to be today, because it's presenting you what type of candle it's going to be. It's telling you, okay, we're going to be an open, low, high, close candle today, so you can then predict the movements of every other pair. Now, this photo alone can tell you how to get bias, because you use the dollar, the strength of the dollar, and if you trade EU or GU, you've then got the refined trade. So using this, we can see dollar is going to be bullish, anything against the dollar is going to be bearish, and here, so our bias on EU and GU is going to be shorts. Now we can come over to the second chart, which would be euro against the pound. We can see we're in open high, low, close. During our New York kill zone, we would have already seen we've pushed higher again, rejected, and then during our kill zone from here to here, we just continued the low close. So we could see, okay, Euro GBP is an open high, and we've proved that because it's rejecting the true day open and has failed to come higher. So we have now got two biases. We've got shorts on the dollar, shorts on EU, and it's telling us that the euro is the weaker asset. So if you want to short against the euro USD, you'd want to use the weaker pair, because in this it's telling us the pound is stronger than the euro. So would you want to then short with a pair that's stronger against the dollar? No. You'd want to short the weaker pair because it'll fall quicker. There's more resistance, not support and resistance, but there's more. If you're trying to short a fairly strong asset against another asset that's strong, there's going to be more resistance or chop. If you short a very weak pair against a strong pair, you're going to see a bigger movement. Now that leads us on to the next chart. Euro USD. Now, obviously, like I just said, the euro was weaker than the pound, so the trade would have been on Euro USD. So as you can see, this high gets taken by Euro USD at the same time that this low got taken by DXY. So that's very high confidence, and at the time this low was the current low of day, which then got swept to become the new low of day. Notice how this one and this one didn't come close to this low, because this was the true low of day, because it got swept. Just like here, this was the low of the day until it got swept. This was now the low of the day until it got swept. This low of the day got swept at the same time that EU also swept a high. Now, it didn't sweep the high of the day, but it swept a high at the same time DXY took the current low of the day. Now, I thought I put better timings on. I tried to show the exact time the sweep happened, but in the refined version there's an ad covering it. However, it is at 2:15 the sweep occurred. Same with here. So I suppose we could count the candles. So here, 1, 2, and then the third candle swept. Here, 1, 2, third candle swept. So if you don't believe me, go and check your charts. So we get a sweep at the same time DXY puts in the real lower day. So this sweep is very valid. This sweep also occurs at 3 o'clock, which is the start of a new 4-hour candle. Where's our entry going to be? Where's my 5-minute chart on the EU? Here. Oh, there you go. That's better. So the body of the bullish candle that swept the high becomes our model 1, as you can see. Close below, exact tap back into it, stop doing at the high or above, and then I'll show you the full daily candles. As you can see, this is our model 1. It taps 3 times. This is the high of the day, confirmed by DXY, making new low of day, and it ran. You'd have had about, I don't know, maybe a 10 pip stop from here. I can't really see. Yeah, maybe a 10 pip stop, 5 pip stop. Depends how refined you make it, because on the 5 minute it's a bit higher up. And then you would have targeted whatever. The reason why I'm not pushing like CRT or none of that down your faces is because technicals are optional, right? And this, what I've just shown you, is how the markets move. We look at the markets forgetting that we're actually just seeing what pair is stronger than another pair. That's it. We don't just forget that. We just stick to one chart of, okay, I'm trading Euro USD. If it sweeps a high, then I'll sell. If it sweeps low, then I'll buy. But you don't use context of, okay, if it sweeps a high at the same time US sweeps a low, and it's low of day, cool, happy days. It makes sense, hence why the big movement. Now I do want to show you, so obviously we did our Euro GBP analysis of our time window of Euro being the better pair to trade because it was weaker than the pound. So we're going to jump on, I was actually supposed to be doing a video on today's price action, however I'll just make another video. If we go on to GBP USD for yesterday's price action, and we go on to Euro USD for yesterday's price action, for the 9th, so all you can see is the 9th. As you can see, because the pound was stronger than the dollar, EU ran way cleaner than GU, because GU had a bit of resistance. EU was respected with the context of Euro is the weaker pair, so against the strong dollar, cool, it makes sense to short. GBP being stronger than the Euro, let's say, like, let's pretend this is 1 out of 3, yeah? So 3 being strong, 1 being weak. This would be a 1. This would be a 2. And then DXY becoming R3. Okay. So as you can see, open, low, high, close. Strong dollar. If you look at GU, for example, open, high, then swept again. So when we was taking previous day high, not previous day high, but previous high of the day, DXY was just taking a low, a swing low. And when we come up, we obviously retrace, but this movement would have stopped people out if you was short on GU, with the context of the dollar being weak, because you traded 2 against 3 when you could have just traded the weakest pair against the strongest pair. Now it actually leads me on to something that I used to do. So this is how I used to trade, right? I used to trade like like this. I used to have an RSI and look at strength and trade. Okay, the pound is a max, then I'd want to buy it against like one of the weakest pairs. Same with the pound was weak, I'd want to sell it against the stronger pair. This is how I used to trade, but I never really understood it too much. I mean, like you see here, I didn't want to get on today's PA because I kind of wanted to, make that into this video, but I'll just make a separate video. But I mean, it shows really. I mean, this is without looking at charts. You can just see euro and the pound are stronger than the dollar. These are both showing the same. They're both the same strength. So if you looked at GBP USD, it's stronger because we know the dollar's weak. It was an open high. So we can then look at Euro GBP and see the euro is weaker than the pound. So if we're long in, we'd want to long on the stronger pair, aka GU. Hence why the long on here, because the euro wasn't as strong, it was sort of just chopping about. Pound being strong, it just made open, low, bang, because of the strength of the pound against the euro. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. I'm about to make a video on obviously literally like the same thing you just seen, but today's PA, along with an SMT as well. I didn't really want to get into today's PA, but it is what it is. Because it's easier to read. Like, you'd want to sit through 2 15-minute videos and you'd want to sit through one 30-40-minute video because you can actually pick what you want to see. But yeah, so we covered DXY, Euro GBP, and then the rest was just, but okay, yeah, I'm gonna end this video. I make the actual video that was supposed to be this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.